If you want any chance of maximizing your day at Disneyland, you must rope drop. That means waking up early and getting to the park 30 to 60 minutes before it opens. If you miss that mark by even a few minutes, it gets crazy. This is the line for security before you even get to the park gates. It's bonkers! So did we actually make it to rope drop after our late night at Knott's Berry Farm? How much can you actually get done before the rest of the crowd show up? And most importantly, do we have some surprises in store? All that and more, so subscribe and hit the like. Here we go!
I cannot believe our luck. Mrs. Teacups got us up and going out the door super quick. We may actually have a shot at maybe the backup rope drop instead of being like an hour too late like I thought it was going to be. Scarfing a quick breakfast, relying on our snacks today. Off we go!
Okay, I admit it. The clip from security actually happens 2 days from now. We got in! We actually missed rope drop, but only by a few minutes. We're gonna show you just how much you can get done in the morning. And for our family, that always starts with Space Mountain. My 5-year-old is finally tall enough to ride the big coasters for the very first time, and he's excited.
Fun?
After Space Mountain, always hit a Buzz Lightyear next. There's almost never a line this early. Then Star Tours right across the road.
By now you know that your Star Speeder is carrying an agent vital to our rebel cause.
The spy?
Precisely.
We decided to ride the Rockets. There's better choices for sure, but I missed it last time.
Good job!
After the big ticket Tomorrowland rides, we saw the Matterhorn only had a 5-minute wait. And on our way there, we bumped into Moana. Our family loves Moana. We had to stop and say hello. We took a quick picture and said thank you. She, naturally, said, "You're welcome."
The good news is that we saw Matterhorn was a 5-minute wait. The bad news is that so did everybody else.
We thought about getting out of line and doing something else, but the crowds are starting to arrive at this point, so we stuck through it. At least we got to see the monorail. My goodness, I love seeing the monorail. After the Matterhorn, we're headed into Fantasyland. Mr. Toad is up first, then we'll see what else we can knock out before the lines get too long. I have always loved this tree in the Mr. Toad queue. I have no idea why. Right at the Mr. Toad exit, we found Mary Poppins and her marching band. We got a quick picture, but she was actually here to get on the carousel. They shut off the ride music and had the band play instead. It was so cool. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Pinocchio's up next. We never let our kids ride this before. It's genuinely scary, but they both did great. Even Snow White has a huge line now. What else can we do? Maybe Dumbo? No, that's almost an hour. We can make our way over to the Teacups, I guess. No, no one wants to do that. I'm kidding, of course we're doing that. But instead of getting you dizzy with a POV, answer me something in the comments real quick. Do you ride the Teacups? I'm surprised at just how many people really hate it. Is it too silly of a ride? Is the spinning too much for you? Let me know what you really think of the Teacups in the comments and I'll feature them in a future video. It's crowded here now, so we wandered through Fantasyland to the secret passage to Frontierland. It lets you out at the Mexican restaurant. We rode Big Thunder with Genie Plus, which is now Lightning Lane Multipass. Pirates of the Caribbean was next, and then we accidentally got stuck behind Jack and Sally. How cool is that? And yes, we rode the Haunted Mansion Holiday. Don't get too excited, this was before it closed down. And now it's finally lunchtime. Disney lets you bring in your own food to avoid paying those high prices if you want.
We're at lunch, and I'm being made fun of for enjoying the soul spin at Knott's Berry Farm yesterday. It's quite the act of conversation that we're dropping in the middle of
There's
here.
a kid that went 8 times in a row on that thing.
Well, that kid is crazy and doesn't have any internal organs anymore. So we stopped for lunch, obviously, hanging out underneath the Hungry Bear because it's shaded and there's a breeze that comes through. And it's right next to Splash Mountain that's closed forever and Winnie the Pooh that's closed today. So thought it wouldn't be crowded. I was clearly mistaken. It's been a crazy, crazy day. We did not get here at Rope Drop. We arrived in the park just a couple minutes after opening, courtesy of Mrs. Teacups and her incredible planning and execution and getting us all going. Even me, I was dragging a little bit this morning. I never drag on Disney days. She got us up and moving. Awesome job, thank you very much. Still almost walked on to Space Mountain. Well, that actually was probably a 5-minute wait. And here we are. So, man, all of that, like, at what time is it? Like 1-ish?
Yeah, almost. It's not even one.
It's not even 1. That's a crazy amount of things to do. 12:57. That's a crazy amount of stuff to do here in Disneyland before 1 o'clock. That's wild that we can do that. It is off season, which is, as off season as Disney gets. Rise of the Resistance has been down all day. It's just down the way that way. We'll see what that looks like after we're done eating. Maybe hit up some Star Wars land. We're all wearing Star Wars shirts today, so we'll see what happens.
You guys, so much happened. It was an amazing day. We got to ride Rise of the Resistance, learned how to make cast members really, really mad, but why can my kid even reach this though? We met Mando, Fennec, and Baby Yoda, and we got Chewie mad at us too.
We're gonna go fly your ship now, okay? Don't worry. I'll bring it back in. I probably won't blow it up. It'll be fine. It's fine.
It's totally fine. You know what else is fine? Sharing this video with your family and friends. They need to know how to rope drop too and why it's such a big deal you don't miss it. We've got even more tips and tricks just like that, just for you. And this trip has been insane. It's day 10, and we've still got 6 more days left. I'll add the playlist on the end card if you want to see our other adventures. And we've still got California Adventure, more Disneyland, and Universal Studios Hollywood to go. But shh. Our kids don't know about Universal yet. We've been surprising them one leg of the trip at a time. My oldest has been begging to visit Super Nintendo World and Harry Potter, and his reaction is off the charts. We'll bring it all to you as soon as we can, so subscribe. Thanks so much for watching this one. We love you. We'll see you next time we ride the Teacups. Later, y'all.